Greetings everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon where you are today. Today's webinar is going to focus on career roles in the Agile Arena. This is part of the Deeper Dive Into Agile webinar series. My name is Dr. Sriram Rajagopalan. I have PhD in Organizational Management, focusing on leadership through project management, MBA in Management, Master of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelorate in Electronics and Communication Engineering. I have experience working as a software engineer, moving along as a team leader, business analyst, project manager, scrum master, and agile coach. I have also served in the capacity of director and vice president. I have a number of different certifications, which include portfolio management, program management, project management, risk management, agile, scrum master, scrum product owner, scrum developer, Six Sigma black belt, and I'm also an instructional designer, speaker, writer, and author. I have experience teaching in a number of different colleges across US, India, and also in Vietnam. I have corporate training experience in a number of different institutions as well. Today's webinar is part of the series on Deeper Dive Into Agile. Each webinar is approximately 1 hour long. We will reserve time at the end for questions. Unlike the previous webinars, each webinar is a standalone webinar. These webinars may demonstrate the concept using a tool. There is no expectation on your part to set up access with the Spira team. The completion certificate is based on specific requirements. To get this completion certificate, you registered for the webinar and attend it. If you can't attend it, view the archive when it becomes available. When you have completed that, you will be able to receive the certificate. There is again no dependency on the webinars themselves, and unlike the last time, there is no quiz on the webinars. So the Deeper Dive Into Agile series focuses on 3 different webinars. The first one is going to be preparing for the career roles in the Agile Arena. The next one is estimating user stories in the Agile space. And finally, the managing risk in the Agile enterprise. Too often, I have had people at various stages in their career level ask me how Agile will change their life. Besides, people question if their responsibilities will differ from one organization to another. Definitely, I don't have the crystal ball or the magic mirror to tell the future of any role. But what I can tell you is that Agile is also like the pure oxygen. One can breathe it until it is mixed with an appropriate amount of nitrogen for humans. Agile is a lightweight framework that is not prescriptive, so Agile has to be adapted to the organization's culture. Secondly, before one thinks of the career roles to pursue in this evolving Agile space, one has to also know what their own aspirations are. Career roles don't come with a one-size-fits-all shape. Now, let's turn our attention to the State of Agile survey from version 1. According to the 2018 survey numbers, the measures of how Agile initiatives are used globally in many organizations tell some perplexing story. If we focus on anything in this graph that is 50% or more, we see that customer satisfaction, on-time delivery, and business value rank the highest. This is not surprising because Agile requires constant collaboration with business and technical members and frequent interactions from the customer. Similarly, focusing constantly on the time boxing principles tell that on-time delivery takes a paramount focus. The intense focus needed to deliver value-added stories using concepts of measurable organizational value, minimum viable product, and minimally marketable features bring the business value also to the limelight. But the complexity starts when you say the quality of the software is not high, the productivity and predictability of the value delivered are trailing behind, and the project visibility is only scratching the surface. What good is the value of a software then delivered? When we didn't want the upfront planning, are we truly compromising just enough planning required with the end objectives in mind? Since value is realized only when benefits are delivered and sustained in operations, not factoring the considerations from the process improvement perspectives dilute the value delivered because benefits are not realized as expected. Most importantly, if the value is supposed to be represented by the prioritized cards in the product backlog, how can the product scope be scoring very low in the 20%? The reason why I'm pointing these things out is to emphasize the point that Agile workspace still has challenges to address. So there is still an opportunity for every one of us to flourish so long as we focus on the right areas. In my humble opinion, similar to many other frameworks like the plan-driven approaches to project management, Agile initiatives also span 4 dimensions. These are the areas that one should look to regarding what resonates with them. They should also evaluate how these areas will continue to be of interest as people's personal life continues to evolve. Focusing on the professional aspects only here, let's elaborate on these 4 dimensions. The first is the people dimension. Regardless of the job profile, being able to work with people, manage them towards objectives, and leading the organization through its transformative journey with continuous benefit delivery, retention and growth activities such as the capacity planning, succession planning, and transition planning will continue to evolve even in the Agile workspace. The second is the process dimension, establishing the strategic link of the organization's vision to the product objectives through product roadmap and prioritized backlog, release level thinking, program mandate, program roadmap, and project objectives through the project and component charters do not dwindle as the organization transitions to the Agile landscape. Customers will continue to be the king, and learning to provide great customer service will become everyone's responsibility. The vital requirement of Agile approaches as well as the project, program, and portfolio management is the ability to deliver value to the organization. This strategic focus will continue to engage people in many areas, not limiting to risk management, stakeholder management, integration, and change management. So any roles associated with the delivery of customer, business, process, and technical value will need to groom their skills in these areas. We used to say technology is a tool for the business and not the business. While part of it is still true, technology itself has created several new avenues of business. As a result, attention to technical excellence will surge. Several areas like the prescriptive data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, and cloud, among many other topics, are still evolving. So attention to engineering architecture, code coverage tools, bidirectional requirements traceability, and quality improvement will continue to gain increasing attention. Frequently, people approach me with career-related questions during the corporate training, speaking and networking events, and in the classroom setting. I captured some of these questions that repeat below. I am a project manager now. Should I become a scrum master? I am a business analyst now. Should I become a product owner? I am an architect. My manager made me a technical product owner. What should I do? I am a project manager or want to enter project management, but Agile says no project management role. I'm confused about my expectations. I am a tester, but I don't have a programming background. What's my future going to be in Agile? I am an account manager. Agile says product owner is the voice of the customer, but I don't want to be responsible for the product. Now, I don't have the magic ball again to actually tell them what they should do, how their role will be evolved. Finally, it depends upon what you truly want to be. Depending upon that, you can take multiple career paths. It's very difficult, therefore, to answer these questions without truly understanding what path you have traveled and what path you want to take. Career is driven by passion and commitment, not just by the title or compensation alone. Yet, people need a framework. This framework is not for managing projects, delivering programs, developing products, or innovating with technology. This framework is for guiding people along in their career journey. This framework should be flexible enough to allow one to start a new career path despite years of preparation in a different career path. I came up with a framework called KEEP. First, we should start with knowledge. This is the K in the KEEP framework. Before you look at any career options in an industry, we need to know ourselves. When you read all the job descriptions and the list of tools and techniques required, how passionate are we in doing in that role? What capabilities do we have? What skills we currently have and should learn? And what competencies do we need to build should be at the top of our mind. The first step here is to draft your SWOT analysis so that you can maximize your strengths and leverage the opportunities while minimizing the weaknesses and address the threats you might be exposed to. Then we need to explore whether the career options that we are considering are the right options for us. This exploration is the first E in the KEEP framework. For instance, if certifications are listed for the job option, then we need to see whether we can pursue that. Some commitment may have to be present to attend networking events and conferences. We may also have to spend time learning some of the tools ourselves. Researching these career options so that you build the inventory of skills and competencies is the next milestone to see if we should pursue that option or evaluate another career path. The next step is to experiment. The second E in the KEEP framework. Few comments I hear frequently from people are that their company currently does not do Agile, or they do not pay for training, or they do not use a specific tool of choice listed in the job descriptions, and they don't have any time. If a career is important to you for long-term growth, then you need to make the time. If the benefits you get from the career are relevant to your sustainability, you need to set some money aside for personal and professional growth. You can experiment with many tools that give free versions or evaluation versions. Volunteering to take roles within your organization or outside in professional associations allow you to experiment these skills and acquire the required experience. This experience will serve as another checkpoint to evaluate refinements that you need on your career choice. Perhaps focus only on one industry or diversify across the industries. Ultimately, you are making a conscious choice, and that emerges as the confidence in the interviews. Now, no matter how much you know or how much you learn, the longer you stay still, the more you will become stale. So don't let go of the momentum you gained. Instead, continue to take further actions. Update your SWOT again and continue to network, gain cross-functional skills, and diversify and create your voice. This is where you build your brand slowly and steadily. In this due process, you will gain new knowledge and the circle of career planning continues. This is the final step of progress, the P in the KEEP framework. But it is not the end, but the beginning of the end of your quest for the career planning cycle. Now, it is very important for us to remember that this is a continuous cycle. The more we try to actually keep this as a continuous learning cycle, the more we sustain the knowledge and continuously make progress towards our career. Just like any framework, these stages are not meant to be prescriptive. Nevertheless, I felt some more guidance is required. So, I have put together a flowchart to guide people. This is how I envision the career planning flow. First, you start with gaining the required skills. You may already have some experience at this point, or you may not. If you don't have experience, gain required experience at this point. If you already have some experience under your belt, then you have a decision to make. That is to evaluate whether you want to stay in the technical path or in the management path. If you choose to stay in the technical path, you want to get exposure into the agile engineering practices. If you choose to stay in the managerial path, you can either look into agile project management or also agile product management. Either path leads to gaining additional competencies, primarily because agile comes up with its own set of tools and techniques. Then you want to evaluate how you are monitoring the trends to stay competitive. This could involve getting cross-industry experience. Again, you have a decision to make here. If you choose to actually gain cross-industry experience, then you want to evaluate whether you still continue to be in the technical field or in the managerial path. Life comes in the way, and so if you choose to be technical previously and you want to actually move into managerial flow, it's an option here. Now, depending upon which particular option you are taking, you may either be an expert or intermediate based upon the numbers of years of experience you already have. Now, if you don't have too many years of experience, then you may want to continue to flow on the intermediate level. For instance, on the technical intermediate path, you may want to gain exposure into unit testing and test-driven development. Additionally, it could involve application of coding standards, refactoring thoughts, pair programming knowledge, and code ownership concepts. These things can actually take you into the next level on the expert side, which could be agile release management, getting more information about microservices architecture, cloud-based design, continuous integration and continuous delivery, DevOps culture, behavior-driven development, acceptance test-driven development, security and privacy standards. All these things lead you to become an expert. If you choose to be on the managerial path, still the same concepts apply, whether you are going to be an intermediate person or on the expert path. If you do not have enough experience, then you go into the team coaching, business and data analytics, product development, product marketing, and lean and agile project management concepts. If you already have significant years of experience in all these areas, then you can choose to become the expert path. In this case, you will become a scaled agile framework expert, or you could become an enterprise coach. Either way, these two expert paths will help you to continue sustain your knowledge and manage your career. Now, I also went through this career mapping exercise at this point, supplementing my own experience by surveying several job websites. I have put together potential paths across the 4 dimensions: the people, process, product, and technology. The one change that I did is that instead of focusing on the organization at a strategic level, which takes a different focus, I have focused on product management. Then I have further mapped these paths based upon potential job persona. Some of the persona traits I have assumed are listed here. For the novice person, I'm assuming this person has up to 3 years of experience in a single industry. For an intermediate level, I'm assuming this person has any more than 4 to 10 years of experience with exposure to 2 to 3 different industries. For an expert level, I'm assuming this person has more than 10 years of experience in more than 4 industries. For the people management aspect, as a novice, you can actually get positions like project coordinator and project manager. As you gain more experience in the people management side, you can become a senior project manager, agile project manager, program manager, or even a scrum master. As you gain more experience, you can get into the levels of a director or a vice president at a project, program, or portfolio management level, probably even a portfolio manager or a chief scrum master. On the process management side, as a beginner, you may want to be considering business process consultant, junior scrum master, Six Sigma yellow belt, lean coordinator, or Kanban specialist kind of roles. As you gain more experience in the process management arena, you can become a senior business process consultant, lean consultant, scrum master, Six Sigma or lean green belt consultant, agile team coach, or even a scaled agile framework program consultant. As you become more experienced in the same arena, you can become an agile transformation consultant, perhaps enterprise agile coach, or even a chief scrum master. On the product management side, you probably start as a business analyst, data analyst, product manager, or a script writer or script editor in the early stages. As you gain more experience, you can become a data scientist, senior product manager, marketing manager, product owner, or even a content designer. As you gain further experience in the product management arena, you can become a chief product owner, content architect, scaled agile framework product owner. And on the technical aspects of it, as you focus more on the technical excellence aspect, at the early stages, you may be a creative designer, developer, tester, user experience specialist, or security privacy specialist. As you gain more experience in this arena, you can become a system architect, data architect, automation engineer, cloud engineer, security or search engine optimization, or continuous integration and continuous delivery consultant. It could also be DevOps engineer or scaled agile framework, agile release train engineer. Again, as you move into the expert arena, you can become a scaled agile framework art manager, agile release train manager, or you can become a solution architect or a solution engineer. Now, all these things are also supposed to be somewhat subjective based upon the organization and the industry. Now, you have a lot of information in front of you to identify and evaluate appropriate career choice that resonates with you. But you need to be strategic in execution. Jim Collins, in his book on Good to Great, mentioned 4 important steps. And those 4 steps come to my mind as you identify and evaluate a career choice. The key framework can help you choose the right bus, but you need to get the right mentors and coaches to guide you. These are the right people. Then you need to be willing to experiment and seek the help of the right people. Be ready for teachable and coachable moments. And once you have made a choice, get those negative thoughts and naysayers out of your way. Now, when you apply these 4 important principles that Jim Collins also mentioned about strategic execution, you are really onto your next career choice movement, charting your agile career. Now, I always talk about the capabilities, the skills, and the competencies. Now, these 3 things are different. Capabilities are all about the why. So when you're talking about the why, you really have to ask yourself these questions. So can you do the task? If you can do the task, do you want to do the task? Now, if you do want to do the task, do you have the time to do the task right? Now, once you have done these 3 things, you are actually doing something. At that particular point, after having the positive feedback with your mentors repeatedly, ask yourself, is this the best you can do to complete this task? Now, this is not somebody criticizing you. This is more about you questioning yourself, is this the best you can do to complete this task? Now, when you look at those things, that becomes the capabilities. Those are the way you actually start answering your whys. Once you have mastered the capabilities, you are coming into the skills arena. This is when you are looking into areas like self-confidence, self-esteem, self-motivation, communication skills, leadership skills, creative problem solving, and creative decision making, and being flexible about all these things. Now, all these things are important skills to master. These are not just the technical skills alone that I'm talking about. These are the interpersonal skills aspect of it as well. Now, once you have mastered all these things, you move into the next area, which is going to be the what. And this is when competencies are developing. Again, skills are learned, competencies are earned. Competencies come with experience. So as you try to gather more and more experience, you are focusing on things like team management, change management, risk management, cultural orientation as you manage and lead teams, active listening to problem solve correctly, stakeholder engagement, communication management, professional ethics and integrity. Once you have mastered all these things, this is when you truly become the expert person on that area. So whether you are choosing the technical or the managerial path, you need to have all these competencies to you as well. Now, I would like you to read this particular chart from the bottom up. The team is actually responsible for producing the output. And all these outputs, as they are integrated, becomes the outcome, focusing on the benefits in the program and portfolio level. And as all these benefits are actually delivered and realized, the enterprise starts realizing the value. So the outputs, outcomes, benefits, and value. That's how I want you to actually structure this. So at the team level, your roles will be responsible for accountability towards the team level objectives with expertise over multiple functions. So you are not looking at what output you are generating, but also how the outputs will be integrated as outcomes through multiple functions working together. As a result, you are adopting stable, sustainable, and scalable processes to support this continuous delivery. Simultaneously, you will also evaluate and implement appropriate tools that focus on the application lifecycle management for frequent releases. As you move to the next level, you are not looking for only a responsibility for one individual function or integrated output, but you are looking for accountable ownership on the benefit delivery and sustenance through the product management and marketing framework. For this, you need the enhanced fast and furious feedback collection mechanism with focus on benefit maximization from multiple stakeholders as well as from customers. So the voice of customer should not just be focused on only one group, but across multiple groups. As a result of this, you will focus on both process as well as tool improvements for continuous operational excellence. As you elevate yourself to the next level at the enterprise level, you are accountable for strategic leadership to transform the organizations, because the organization will be bringing new initiatives. So you need to actually have change management principles to deliver those things. There will be intense focus on product leadership, because you need to be able to differentiate competitively both on the price point as well as on the innovative features. Besides, you also need to be able to prioritize on how value is going to be generated through voice of customer, voice of business, and other financial considerations. Now, this is a skill competency map that I have put together. At the x-axis towards the far left, you have the individual dimension. And as you move towards the right, you get the team dimension and the enterprise dimension. Similarly, on the y-axis, at the lower extreme, you start with the technical aspects, and then you are moving into the project, program, and portfolio dimensions. So at the far left corner, you have a list of individual technical competencies that focuses primarily on responsive design, user experience, extreme programming practices, test-driven development, and some lean process thinking, and possibly even continuous integration concepts and code optimization concepts. Now, as you are moving into the team dimensions, you are moving into the code optimization further, continuous delivery, house of quality, behavior-driven development, acceptance test-driven development, application of coding standards, and all those things. As you move further down into the enterprise level, you are moving into the release train management, use of cloud tools, automation capabilities, compliance, agile scaling, and security concepts. As you are moving into the project dimensions of it, at the individual level, you will still be focusing on some of the Six Sigma concepts, management by project, some levels of project management, and possibly even focusing on some total quality management concepts. But as you are moving into the team levels, you are applying a lot more project management concepts, all the 10 different knowledge areas, and Scrum concepts, engineering architecture, possibly even actually start including all these additional concepts that we mentioned at the team levels as part of your project management or product development framework. And as you are moving further down onto the enterprise side, you are using the prescriptive analysis of all the different data that you have collected, using big data concepts and additional concepts of cloud tools so that you are able to manage operations at the enterprise level. And then as you are moving into the program and portfolio levels, you are beginning to use the Kanban methods, lean and total quality management principles. And as you are moving further down into the team level, you are using product management framework, roadmap, and things like that. And as you are moving into the program management elements of it at the enterprise level, you are looking at benefits realization, benefit management framework, SAFe concepts, and things like that. And as you are moving further up at the portfolio level and how your products actually support your product portfolio and your organizational strategic objectives, you are moving into the product ownership, team coaching, enterprise level coaching, safe and portfolio management. This is how the skills and competency maps are, kind of mapped. This is for illustrative purposes only based upon some of the research that I have done at this point. Now, it is not possible for us to cover all the agile management tools, and based upon some preliminary information I gathered from Inflectra Corporation 2017 as well as from Agile's 2018 survey, I have mapped a few tools based upon the breadth of features and capability as well as their affordability. So on the horizontal axis, I have listed the breadth of features and capability, and on the vertical axis, I have listed the affordability. And all the tools listed over here are based upon some preliminary information that I have gathered at this point, and it's not reflection of any particular tool. At the challenges side, we are looking at a lot of tools that provide integrated functionality to support the entire application lifecycle management. So the more we understand these kind of tools, the more our career planning will be a lot more effective. With that, I will move into the next level, which is supposed to be talking about certifications. Project Management Institute is globally recognized for offering a number of project management certifications. And at the career levels that we had originally mapped at the initial, middle, and advanced level, there are a number of certifications that are applicable, which include at the initial level, Certified Associate in Project Management Professional, and Project Management Schedule Professional as well. And as you move into a lot more middle ground management area, some of these things will still apply, but you are moving forward with Agile Certified Professional, Project Business Analyst, and Risk Management Professional certifications. And as you are further moving into the advanced level of program management and portfolio management, you are looking at program management professional and portfolio management level certifications. Individual certification eligibility and requirements, I would recommend that you go and look at the organizations themselves. And similar to Project Management Institute that offers project management level certification, there is also another institute, Axelos, which is very well known for Prince 2 type of certifications. And their initial level is mapped to the foundation level, middle is mapped to the practitioner level, and advanced is still in advanced. And some of the certifications that they offer at the foundation levels include Prince 2 Foundation, Prince 2 Agile Foundation, MSP Foundation, MOP Foundation, and MOV Foundation. MSP standing for program level, MOP stands for portfolio level, and MOV stands for value level. And P3O, which is going to be program level certifications too. And then at the middle level, it's going to be Prince 2 Practitioner, Prince 2 Agile Practitioner, again MSP Practitioner, MOR Risk Management, similar to RMP over there. We have MOP, MOV Practitioner, P3O Practitioners, and all those different types of certifications. At the advanced level, you have a MSP Advanced Practitioner level certification as well from Axelos. Again, more information about them, I would recommend that you start looking into their particular organizations. Scrum Alliance is by far the most well-known certification alliance for Scrum, and they focus on the path and guide and leadership level. And at their path level, they offer the Certified Scrum Master, Certified Product Owner, and Certified Scrum Developer. And then you can take some of those advanced certifications, Advanced Certified Scrum Master, and they also have a Certified Scrum Professional. So the Certified Scrum Professional has specific paths for Scrum Master and Product Owner as well. And then at the guide level, you have Certified Scrum Trainer, Certified Team Coach, and Certified Enterprise Coach. And there is also leadership level certifications at this point from Scrum. Scrum certifications are also offered by a couple of other organizations, Scrum Study and Scrum.org. I'm not commenting on which certificate is good or anything like that at this point, but just listing down the organization that offer these kind of certifications. At the path level, Scrum Study offers Scrum Master Certified, Scrum Product Owner Certified, Scrum Developer Certified, and they also have a scaled versions of them, Scaled Scrum Master and Scaled Scrum Product Owner certifications. At the guide level, they have a little bit more advanced, which is going to be Scrum Agile Master Certified and Enterprise Scrum Master Certification. There is none that is offered at the leadership level from Scrum Study. And on the scrum.org, they have path-specific certification, similar to how certified CSM and SMC were listed over there. They have PSM credentials over here. So professional Scrum Master, professional Scrum Product Owner, professional developer, and all those things. At the guide level, they don't have anything. At the leadership level, they have additional certifications. There is also Scaled Agile Framework from Scaled Agile Framework Alliance, and they focus on specific career paths. At the Agile team members level, they have the SAFe practitioner, and at the Scrum Masters level, they have SAFe Scrum Master and Scaled Agile Scrum Master, and Product Owner, Product Manager and Product Owner, they have SAFe Product Manager and Product Owner. Engineers, they have SAFe Release Train Engineers. For Agile consultants, they have the Scaled Practitioner certification. Next steps. Going back to our KEEP framework, I would like you to start thinking in terms of the specific tools and techniques that you really have to get trained on. So for tools, go and look at different organizations that provide specific tools, specific training. And for certification, start looking at some of the vendor neutral certifications to evaluate which one will be appropriate for you, and then start exploring them, decide on a specific career path, and prepare for tomorrow proactively. Acquire skills much beyond what the core skills are expected out of you right now, and experiment different certifications that are available from a number of different organizations. And also try to constantly progress based upon what you have gathered at this point by gaining appropriate certifications, tool-specific training, volunteer to take on some roles so that you can experiment these kind of concepts, and then train and contribute your knowledge back to the community. So in summary, come up with your own SWOT analysis first and prepare for the skills and competencies needed for tomorrow. The role should be determined by your passion. Create the opportunity rather than seek a specific job. Develop cross-functional skills so that you are always marketable. Gain the core knowledge and also get recognizable certifications. Most importantly, enjoy your career planning journey. If there are any content-specific questions, please reach out to me at Sriram@inflectra.com, or if there are any course-specific questions, please reach out to Ms. Tia at marketing@inflectra.com. So look for the upcoming seminar. If you have any thoughts on other webinars, please email us. Thanks for watching.